Folks, welcome back to another episode of Isn't She Beautiful? No. It is. You know, fun fact. For the longest time, all you heard on the internet was not conversations of Rudy's tool, not the beautiful lady. Was really, in the world of magic, people cared about fetchlands. Fetchlands. That was the probably most common conversation, discussion, talking points for the longest time. So just so everybody knows, this video is brought to you by the patron, Justin M. Oop. Good luck, Justin. Double box topper as always. And we went through the longest period of time where everybody was just asking about when they were going to reprint fetchlands. Fetchlands are too expensive. Modern's expensive. And as that chatter on social media, which Wizards, of course, says, well, we better take care of that, it grows and grows. Well, we fast forward to the future, and unfortunately, some people on the internet got their wish. Things were reprinted like crazy. Ancient Green Warden, our first mythic there. And well, you fast forward, and the financial value of a lot of that stuff has completely eroded away. Let's open an expedition here. This is I feel like this set was yesterday. Luxury Suite, non-foil. That's kind of I'm going to guess that's maybe a $10, $20 card. And for number 2, hey, Wooded Foothills. I actually got a fetch land. You know, it's just kind of crazy how this product has 2 box toppers. And you get so many shockland, fetch land, fancy hits per box. And it's unbelievable where the future is unfolded with all of us and how we didn't see it coming and how it really blindsided a lot of things and changed the market, the value, expected values. Really did a lot of damage, and here we go. There we go. This is our 3rd fancy expedition style hit. We got the old Black Cleave Cliffs in foil. Absolutely stunning card in foil. You know, it's kind of weird how once these things get printed to oblivion, there's no value and everything, how the market gets real soft and how all of a sudden the players are like, yeah, thank God, cheap cards, whee! And you fast forward, and all of a sudden it gets kind of quiet. It gets kind of quiet, doesn't it? People stop complaining. The internet kind of settles down. Glass pool mimic. Nothing crazy. Beautiful art as always. And you fast forward to it, and now people are to the point where you don't really hear about that kind of rah, pitchfork, cheap, reprint. And now everyone's kind of, I think we may have a problem, Timmy. In the collapse of all these sets and products and single cards. And hey, we got a nice, beautiful pathway. God, that artwork. It's one thing, man. This is a gorgeous set, man. Look at that. Oh my God, in foil, I bet that's amazing. It's just really fell out of retreat, of course. Wouldn't be Zendikar with the good old retreat. It's just interesting to see the ebbs and flows of the internet chatter and the pitchfork mobs of what they demand and upvote and pitch on Facebooks and MySpaces and Reddits and Tinders and everything. It's very fascinating, everybody. Relic. Iona. Rudy the Ox. Crab. Hey, beautiful. Mrs. N on the Ancient Gourd. Beautiful card. I gotta give it credit. Absolutely beautiful. And the Apparition. I think the Skyclad was a really expensive rare a while back ago. I don't know if it's still a thing or not. I don't know if it's been reprinted. I don't know if it was reprinted multiple times, but I know as far as financial value goes in this particular set, beautiful. God, the artwork on these things are just gorgeous. Oops, heavy played. The artwork on these things are beautiful. God, look at that mountain! Wow! As of the filming of this video, the financial value of Zendikar Rising is essentially in the mythic slot. Hey, excuse Swarm, what a card, am I right? Is essentially in the mythic slot, and of course in the masterpiece, fancy expeditions, or whatever, I don't know what you call them. I guess they're just expeditions, like the other one. I don't know, whatever the terminology is. The rares in this set, very, very little value financially. Full art, flashy lands and variants anymore, completely eroded to nothing. They've made so many variants of full art and flashy lands of secret layers. They've all become bulk and useless. Beautiful pathway, by the way. Hey, oh! See? And then of course, you get yourself an Expedition Foil Wasteland. So we've got our 2 box toppers and our 2 foil ones. Absolutely beautiful over there. Holy smokes. And that's one of the reasons I'm always surprised that, after a couple of years, this product is not more expensive than what it is. But then again, if you want to ensure everything is reprinted and maintains a very, very cheap price, then yes, we are not going to see much appreciation in anything. Beautiful Awakening. Is this still a thing? This was, golly. I haven't looked at these cards in so long. Beautiful, beautiful, man. Pathway. I think the Pathways are still holding a couple dollars a card. Ooh, there we go. That's what we're talking about. I think the Pathways were still holding a couple dollars a card. But most of the value, between $5 and $15 a card, is going to be in the Mythic slot. And then, of course, even the Expedition Lottery card kind of thing, man. I mean, the prices are nowhere near what they used to be. It's quite surreal, I guess the best way to say it. But, of course, there is a percentage of the market base that is very happy that everything has gone the way it has. So, Scourge of the Skyclays, that was a thing. That was a pretty wild card. I remember that one. So, like I said, there's not really a specific way to know long-term anymore what things are going to do. Most people have given up and left and blah, 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 and dumped everything, especially through the crash of 2022. But it's been a fascinating thing to just kind of, Fury, to kind of be along for the ride. Nice little piece of equipment there. And I still remain the kind of last Timmy standing that I still think the future of these things are going to be very unpredictable. And I don't think people are fully aware. And I think the bizarre behavior that we're seeing is going to shift again. Just like we shift into it, we're going to shift into something else. Beautiful Pathway. And the beautiful Priest of Oblivion. She looks like a troublemaker. But I think the thing that really blows my mind, when I think Zendikar, of course, I think all the lotteries and expeditions and stuff like that, but what really blows my mind is the actual price of Shocklands and Fetchlands. Look at that art. I love that art. The price, hey, Scourge, is unbelievably low. Like, you look at even like Modern Horizons 2 sets. It's crazy. And again, some of these, like here's a rare. The Awakening was a pretty powerful sought-after card. I don't know if that's still holding at least a $5 value or not, but it was a pretty sought-after card about a year or so ago. All right, Justin, not bad for box 1 again. Hey, a foil Wasteland, a foil Cliff, hey, I'm not going to consider that really a bad box opening. I guess we'll go right to the our little expedition pools for the box top. Remember, these cannot be foiled. These are only non-foiled versions. The only foils are in it. Aaron Mesa. Great example. Again, Fetchland. Back in the day, this was $50 to $100 card. I would say today, 15 to 20 bucks, if that. So down maybe 60, 70% of where it was. And of course, I know many people are saying, yeah, good, evil Rudy, get rid of him. That's just kind of the world we're in. But luxury suite again, seriously. A double tap luxury suite, really? Crazy times, crazy times. And like I've told people before, it's difficult to understand the long-term implications of these things because the world can shift on us. And Wizards can go in directions that none of us has any ideas coming. Ooh, the Last Blood Chief, very nice one. He said, unfortunately, like I said, a lot of these, unless it's, I guess, a Pathway, which is a couple bucks, pretty much the only value, inscriptions. I used to like these inscriptions. I remember those are neat. The only value is going to be in the expeditions, and of course, the mythics between 5 and, 20 bucks? 15 bucks, something like that. Anyways, like I said, Justin, feels like a pretty, hey, there you go, the old locus of creation. Overall, feels like a pretty, I hate to say it, but like the quality of these box openings is strictly based on this. Like, I know people are going to say, Rudy, that shows how bad it is when literally the whole set doesn't matter, and all that matters are the quantity of expedition hits you get. I know, but that's kind of, Lotus Cobra, that thing's been reprinted so many times. But that's kind of where we're at, I still think Zendikar Rising was a phenomenal product that did really well. It was an enjoyable thing. Everybody loved it. But it's just that, the insane ramp-up of reprints and secret layers have done so much psychological damage. Jace? And nice little Pathway there. Beautiful foil Pathway. And I know you're going to get the other people, Rudy complaining about cheap cards. Ooh. I just want, that's fine. People are allowed to say that. But, this is an ecosystem. The ecosystem in the secondary market has to flow in function. But when you have the parent company unloading millions of inventory at dumping losses and things, and Grove of the Burns, and a nice foil. Beautiful, beautiful. Like I said, that would be, those are kind of the big hits, man. Getting those things hidden inside these packs. And being able to get a couple in a box, I mean, well, one to three in a box I think we've had. It's a really neat thing. But anyways, it's just the ecosystem of any CCG has to flow. Another beautiful apparition. And if you have any form of interference or weird anomalies, it causes a lot of distortions, between distribution stores. I mean, the 3,000 stores in the United States that sell Magic, plus or minus the ones that are out of business after the crash of 2022. Things have to function properly. And of course, dumping boxes lower than stores pay with their overhead and employees, it causes a lot of, anomalies, and it really distorts the pricing, and it makes things very difficult to understand what the real value. And really, it's like our third Skyclave, Justin. It's just, wow, another pathway, really. It makes things very tough to know what they're worth. How do you value something? Because there's been times we've had these Amazon dumps and things like a year or so ago, or 2 years ago. I remember when they were dumping the, was it Commander 2018 or Commander 2019? Do you guys remember that? And then everybody was like, oh, let's see, Commander's dead. Ooh. And then anyone who bought those things, oh my God, the price doubled and tripled. Ooh, Fury. And oh, foil Ancient Tomb. Holy smokes, that might be one of the most expensive ones in the set. Justin, that might be in the top 5 most expensive cards that you can possibly get. Holy smokes, that is gorgeous, man. Look at that card. What a good video. I mean, hey, look at our 4 foil pulls there. Wasteland, Cliffs, Grove, and Ancient. I was going to say, remember, God, when I used to do these box opening videos a year or so ago, I remember saying, okay, the goal is we need foil fetch lands. That's what we're looking for. We got Aaron Mesa, but we need foil fetches. We got Wooded Foothills, foil fetches. And now I'm like, please don't get foil fetches. That's how crazy, all of our attitudes and behaviors have been modified. It's quite a fascinating thing. Awakening, beautiful Awakening in foil. Beautiful foil mythic. Look at that card. Stunning, man. Anyways, all right, we're getting towards the end of this video. Nice little pathway and a nice little creepy priest that I would definitely take to Taco Bell. And that's kind of where we're at with things. Overall, everyone's given up, and I'm the only idiot staying the course and still putting money in Magic. And everyone feels we're in the junk era of garbage. Another little pathway there. And beautiful, beautiful. Dr. T, the Beacon of Unity. Beautiful mythic right there. So it'll be interesting to kind of see over the next year or so when we evolve. Like I said, I want to kind of talk about one last thing before we end this video. And that is people... Ooh, look at that Jace. Golly. Jace used to be such a big deal in Magic. In the 2010s, man. God, that was such a big... He was such a big deal as a Planeswalker, this and that. Exploration. And golly... Boy, is the world. It's like Tarmogoyf and Jace and Snapcaster and Lily. Like all those cards and characters and planeswalkers and spells, and they used to be such a big deal. And now it's just nothing. It's literally none of that means anything in Magic. It's crazy. Anyways, Justin, thanks for being a very kind patron. One last comment, everybody. I still believe, as the years progress, sealed things and unique sets and, Strixhaven collectors, Zendikar collectors with these, Strixhaven and Mystical Archives. Here we got Expeditions. And, of course, Kamigawa. You have those weird neon cards and just, honestly, a good product. Streets of Barry Manilow. We had those little gold gilded Mafia cards. I mean, and Triomes. I still think people are too negative. And historically, when we're in a market like this, that is a very bullish indicator. Because everyone's given up. You have no competition. Anyone who wants to buy or build a position or wants any of this stuff, it's a playground right now. You can do anything you want. There is literally everyone's given up. And that's an interesting marketplace to play in, folks. And one last comment, which I have more videos on, and that is the conversation about the reprint equity. I've been getting a lot of messages. I'm assuming it's a big conversation on Facebook or Discord or, I don't know, Ashley Madison or Tinder or, Grindr or something. It must be a big thing going on because I keep getting messages about, Rudy, there's no reprint equity left. Wizards has burned everything. So it's got to be a big topic on one of these websites. I can always tell. And it looks like to me that while there's truth to it, I don't know how much it matters. And we'll have a longer conversation in a different video. This is just a box opening for Justin over here. But because I believe Wizards is going to lean into a different direction. They know reprint equity is weakening, and they're okay with that. Because I believe that's not the future of Magic. The future of Magic is, and I hate to say it, it's going to be more gimmicky. Redemption cards, sketch cards, signed cards, serialized cards. They're going to go in gimmicky directions to add value to expensive products. That's what I believe is coming. Thanks for watching, everybody. As always, I know we haven't done many box openings. I'm getting ready to send out a big patron sign-up sheet to get the box opening queue. Maybe 10, 20, 30 box openings for the next month or so, get everything back up and running. I've been focusing on all kind of behind the scenes and inventory and just regular conversations with all this drama going on. But we will get back to more box openings because, again, I enjoy it because I don't get to open packs of cards very often anymore. I get to kind of, it kind of jolts my memory of, hey, Rudy, look at Zendikar Rising. Do you remember all this? Look at the expeditions. Look at the mythics. Remember Jace? Remember Mr. Locust? Remember the triomes? Remember the wait, these weren't triomes. These are the pathways. I mean, remember all, I mean, it's good to remember and kind of, what some of this stuff was. Because time flies. Seriously, I mean, do you all realize? That says 2020, folks. We're in the middle of 2023. Like, that's 3.5 years. That's how much things change. I mean, time in life is short. Have a beautiful day, everybody.